Hello students, today we will start our new chapter, chapter 9 in Civics, Urban Livelihoods. Okay students, so urban life is very different from the rural one. These regions are sometimes called concert jungles. Cities came up where people found more work opportunities. They were either capital towns or industrial towns. As cities grew in size and population, more and more types of jobs came out about. Technology changed the scenario and thus newer types of livelihoods also mushroomed. In this chapter, we shall see how people living in urban centers earn their livelihood. Students, centers of population other than rural areas are called urban areas. These are places where a large cluster of people living together. Places which had more job opportunities attracted people in search of better way of life. The capital towns had large numbers of people working for the maintenance of official records, formation and implementation of policies. The policy and the armed forces to ensure law and order and security, as well as many laborers to help make offices, houses and other buildings. Types of sectors. Industry is grouped into three sectors: the primary sector, the secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. Number one, the primary sector. The primary sector includes all industry which is based on natural produce. For example, mines, agriculture, forest produce, etc. Second, the secondary sector. The secondary sector processes the produce from the primary sector and converts them into usable goods. Most of the items collected or produced are not directly usable. They need to be processed to make them fit for us use by people or other industry. This sector is also known as the industrial sector. Third, the tertiary sector. This sector includes all other industries which provide services. They do not produce goods for consumption but facilities or services. For example, provides of transport, trading, banking, postal, telephone, medical service, etc. This sector is also known as the service sector. Okay, now types of cities. Urban centers can be of different types. There are small towns, medium sized towns, large towns, or cities and large cities, or metropolitan cities. Life and lifestyle is different in each depending on the type and size of urban centers. Types of employment. People work in different types of jobs as their education skills, capabilities, specialization. People may have their own work or business, which is called self-employment, or work for the other as employees. Thus, jobs or employment can be categorized in different groups. Self-employment. When people have their own business or work as freelancers, they are called self-employed. A fruit vendor or a tailor are examples of the self-employed people. They do not work for anyone. They invest their money into buying a cart or tools. They either make goods or sell them directly to the customer. Second, casual wages basis. People offer their skills to others to earn their living. If you wish to make a wall around your garden, you would need to dig some earth, get bricks, cement, and sand to make a wall. If you try it yourself, the chances are that either it is not straight or it gets destroyed in bad weather. As there are people who specialize in masonry, it is better to call one and tell him your requirement. In cities, there were places where laborers came with their basic tools and sat down in the morning, waiting for someone to give them work. They may or may not get work. This place used to be on some prominent instructions in the cities so that people could come to them from any part of the city and give them work. Such places were traditionally called labor chalk. Nowadays, such people come and wait near shops which deal with their type of work. For example, the carpenters come and wait near wood stores and saw mills. The plumbers and masons come and sit near hardware and buildings material shops and so on. So they have a difficult life as there is no fixed income throughout the month. Fixed wages basis. This form of employment is normally without any written guarantee. It is on an understanding between the employer and the employee about the daily rate of wages, the numbers of hours of work, and the number of holidays on would get. If the employee is absent from the work, then he or she does not get the money for that day. If employee is respectively absent from work, the employer may simply terminate the employment. The employer can terminate the job and as and when they wish to without giving any compensation or notice. Permanent or regular employment. There are rules made by the government for the ensuring that the workers are looked after by employer. They are required to have a clean and healthy work environment. Safety systems like fire, first aid should be there so that people are saved if there is some accident. The employer is required to give them compensation if the employee has to be sent off work for any reason. In case the work is more than the contract time, the employer is supposed to give extra payment to the employee as overtime charge. The regular job are also grouped as blue collar job and white collar job. The blue collar job means the work which is industrial in nature and needs working on mechanical machine. The white collar jobs are those which are office job and people have to work from their desk. Interdependence between rural and urban people. People from rural areas produce many goods which the urban people need. They have dairy farm, vegetables, other agricultural produce like grains, cotton, sugarcane, etc. All these things are needed by the people in the urban and industrial areas. Imagine if the vegetables are not available, life would be difficult. People migrate from villages to town in search of work. They earn and take away the saved money to families in their villages. Interdependence between various types of jobs. Similarly, there is interdependence between different types of workers in the society. Many people require domestic help and electricians, plumbers, etc. This helps both the employer and the employed. Even small industry need a labor of different specialism and skills. But there are ups and downs in demand. If there is no demand for a product, the employer cannot keep paying to the employees. So all types of workers are interdependent on each others. Thank you, students.